Clase, estamos en la página 26. Vamos a hablar sobre definite and indefinite articles, gender, and how to make nouns plural. Let's look on page 20 and 21. Tenemos un dibujo de la clase. Okay. Y yo veo la mochila. ¿De qué color o colores es la mochila? La mochila es morada y anaranjada. La mochila. Muy bien. Y la profesora, ¿dónde está la profesora? La profesora está frente de la clase. ¿Sí? Sí es. ¿Hay una pantalla en la clase? ¿Hay una pantalla? Sí, hay una pantalla. All right, as you listen, did you take note of the definite and the indefinite articles? That is the el and the la and the un and una that you hear. Okay, in English it's the and a or some. All right, so when in Spanish, something that is different than what we do in English is categorize our nouns. And we've split these up into two categories. And we label that, we label it gender, okay? Male and female, or feminine and masculine. All right, so that's something a little bit different that we're not used to doing in English. And so we're going to talk a little bit about how we can learn which noun is masculine or feminine, because there's some clues there. And then also how we can make our nouns plural. And let's look at some of the cues we have here. Generally speaking, nouns that end in O are what? That's right, they're masculine. And then the other very general rule is if a noun is feminine, it is what? It ends in what? An A. That's right. Okay, so that's a very general rule. Let's look at some of the specifics and even some of those that don't conform to the rules, okay? You see that if a noun ends in L or an R, it most likely is masculine. Those ending in D or an ION are feminine. Many of them that end in MA or TA are what? Look over there. What does it say? Feminine or masculine? Those that end in MA or TA. That's right. Good. They're masculine. And they give you a short list there. Okay. And then we have some that don't conform. How are you going to remember those? Those that don't conform at all to any of the rules? You just need to memorize them. But memorize them with their definite article. Okay. And that helps a lot. All right. So how do we make nouns plural? It's nice that we have some similarities here in English that help us understand. So your example here, el amigo becomes los amigos. And so what are we doing to the end? Ends in a vowel. We're just adding an S, right? We do that in English as well. And look at the definite articles. Those are changing. It's el goes to los. What about la amiga? Becomes las amigas. All right? And then indefinite articles, we're going to add an S as well. If it ends in a consonant, we're going to add ES. All right? And then it gives you some specifics there. Look for the nouns ending in Z. You're going to drop the Z and add a C. Okay? And that helps us say it correctly. All right? And also, again, the idea or the classification of masculine and feminine does have some merit when we're talking about people and animals, but then really when we're talking about nouns being classified as masculine and feminine, there's no meaning brought to that. Okay, never mind. That sounds stupid. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to cut that one.
Okay.
What am I trying to say? Okay, just a small note about the idea of categorizing nouns into gender. You need to understand that while we do, there is meaning attached to the gender of a noun that says la mujer, woman. Of course, that's going to be la, and that's feminine. Or el hombre, meaning man, is going to be masculine. El hombre. But really, that's kind of as far as it goes. When you're talking about animals or people, then yes, there's additional meaning to that. But as far as other nouns, really it's just a way to categorize the different nouns. So take, for example, la mochila. La mochila, Spanish speakers don't necessarily think, oh, the backpack is a girl type of thing. Or, I don't know what else, el árbol, the tree. We don't really think of the tree as a boy tree or anything like that. So just keep that in mind, that it really is just a way to categorize language. Que estamos en la página 27 y vamos a repasar la actividad 8. Okay, supply the definite article for each noun below. Look at number 1, número uno. What a dirty trick! Oh, they put the hard one right at the beginning. Número uno, mapa. El mapa. That does not follow the rule, does it? El mapa. So when you memorize that, memorize it with the definite article. Good job. Okay, el mapa. Número 2, universidad. Is it universidad? No. Se dice universidad. Repite, clase. Universidad. Muy bien. La universidad. Muy bien. Número 3, los exámenes. Muy bien. Los exámenes. 4, tarea. Ends in an A. La tarea. Y 5, bolígrafo. Why is it el bolígrafo? It ends in an O, doesn't it? Muy bien. Y 6, lecciones. Lecciones has an ES on it. Las lecciones. It ends in ION. Las lecciones. Muy bien.